anointing. And this is a problem for Elijah because he's hooked up with somebody that has no vision. And the worst mistake you can make is to partner with somebody who does not see the vision. What am I trying to say? There are some people inside of the church they don't see the vision. And because they don't see the vision, they don't understand the vision. And when you don't understand something, you cause commotion and chaos. Oh my goodness. See, it's a bad thing to hook up with somebody who can't take you anywhere. Because if you're connected to somebody, y'all supposed to take each other somewhere. Elijah's servant is spiritually blind. Watch this. Watch this. This boy has no vision. And Elijah can see something that the boy can't see. And that's a problem. Because if there is ever going to be a victory, watch this, the volunteers and the visionary committee both have to see the vision. See, I knew y'all. I knew y'all wasn't gonna like this. Watch this. But Elijah has a concern for the boy that he's connected to. Verse 17 says, Elijah said, "Please, Lord, I pray, open his eyes that he may see." In other words, Elijah saying, "Lord, let him see what I see. Lord, I can't open his eyes. Lord, you got to open his eyes." Is there anybody here this morning that is ready to declare and decree, "Lord, if my eyes are closed, open them so I can see the victory"? Because if you could ever see what God has for you, it will shape and change the demeanor of your life for the rest of your life. It would shape your thought and it would shape your life. Somebody needs to shout, "Lord, open my eyes." Watch this. Watch this. I'm almost through. This past week, I flew to Dallas, Texas. And my flight was supposed to leave at 6:10 on Monday evening. It's amazing how you get a sermon out of an airplane. However, due to the storms, the air traffic controller in Dallas delayed my departure due to weather. Now, here in Lexington, it was 90 degrees, sunny, no clouds, the weather was beautiful. But in Dallas, it was dark, it was raining, and it had rained all week prior to the date I was supposed to depart to go to Dallas. Watch this. So the air traffic controller saw something that I couldn't see. All I could see was getting to Dallas. All I saw was 90 degrees, sun, beautiful weather. But I did not see the storm that was on the other side of the country. But so, Lord have mercy. While on the plane, I was sitting next to this little girl that was about 4 or 5 years old, and her mother was sitting between us. Finally, we take off at about 8:55 p.m. It's still light outside. And while flying to Dallas, we encountered the thunderstorm that the air traffic controller had grounded us for. We encountered the storm. Well, apparently the storm had lightened up enough so we could fly to Dallas. Meanwhile, we are See that? Which means that we start at one level.
Yeah.
But there is a storm at this level.
Yeah.
Which
See
means
there.
we got to get above the storm. Watch this. Climbing at the higher altitude.
Yes,
We're already at 26,000 feet. I
Yes,
don't
sir.
know how high that is.